Hey guys, Luke here. In this video we're going to go through self-landing your kite using an anchor. So you can do this all by yourself. As you can see, sort of in this environment, lots of rocks on the ground, we've got water really close, trees are behind us, lots of sticks and branches, and it's not an ideal self-landing sort of environment here. And so when it's like this, I like to use an anchor in order to put the kite down on the ground, because it reduces the risk of, if you've watched our other videos for self-landing, of the kite tumbling back, rolling around, getting ruined on the ground. And it also is a little bit safer because you actually detach yourself from the kite a bit earlier. So we're going to go through that process. As I said, it's blowing probably sort of in between 15 and 20 knots, and when it's a tight situation like this, or just not a very nice landing area, this is a good technique to use. However, if it was blowing 30 knots right now and I could barely hold the kite down and I was freaking out a little bit, I would pull my safety system over the top of the water and I'd reel the kite in. And so if you haven't watched our video for doing that, make sure you do, because if you're ever in doubt or feel a little bit uncertain or scared, then use your safety system, activate it, reel your kite in doing it that way. But if it's sort of nice day out, I'm feeling comfortable with the kite, this is a good way to do it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look for an anchor. So as you can see around here, there's plenty of trees. We need something pretty solid, so a log would be good, or if there's a post, if there's a staircase, or anything that you can really attach to. But I'm going to choose this little tree here, and you can see it's a small tree, but it's solid as. And so I'm going to be attaching my leash to that in order to self-land. Now, if we look down through here, you can see it's sort of grass and it goes down into the water, and it doesn't really have any big logs or big rocks or anything, so it sort of is a bit of a clear runway as well across the wind window. Okay, so how do we do it? The first step is to actually lower your kite down and let it rest on the water or the sand or the ground, wherever you are. And so you sheet all the way out with your bar, and then just let the kite actually find its place sitting on its wingtip like that. Okay, you can see with the waves it makes it a little bit more difficult, and that's sort of why I wanted to make the video here, because this is certainly not an ideal area. So now that the kite's resting there, the second thing you do is actually detach your safety leash from the back of your harness or from the front, wherever it's connected. Now we wrap that around the anchor and connect it back to itself. Okay, so you can see that that is wrapped around the anchor now. Now, obviously we're still controlling the kite here, it's just sitting on the wingtip, but the next thing to do is actually take the safety leash off your line and attach it to the chicken loop, because it's still attached to you, okay? So we can still fly the kite at this point, but the leash is joined to the chicken loop. Now, we detach the chicken loop from ourselves and slowly let the pressure take until it pulls tight on the leash. So now you can see that the anchor has the kite. Okay? So now nothing has the kite, it's not attached to me, so we have to move pretty fast to get to the front there and get a hand on the leading edge. Now you've got your hand on the kite, and you can obviously bring it in, flip it over, or if that was sand you would have just flipped it straight over there. But I just want to mention one thing. When you get to the kite, it's easier to grab the lower portion of the leading edge and actually walk back towards the anchor because there is pressure on all of those lines, and so if you just try and pull the whole thing, it feels a bit uncomfortable. So just get that lower action and just like bring it in, and then you've got it in your hand. So that's how we self-land with an anchor. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out our other videos for the other self-landing techniques. Like I said, it's a good idea to have, you know, sort of multiple in your mind for any different type of situation. So thanks for watching. See you next one.